Okay, in this video, we'll see this question from JEE Advanced 2025, where they're asking that there's 2m mass which is going and colliding with m mass in an oblique collision, and it is perfectly elastic. So E is equal to 1. So velocity of approach will be equal to velocity of separation along line of impact, and also kinetic energy of the system is conserved. So here they're telling as to find what is maximum possible value of this theta max. So here also there is one calculus method of solving it. You'll just write generalized theta value by momentum conservation and energy conservation. After that you'll differentiate and you'll get the value, the maximum value of theta. But in this video we will see a much simpler way of analyzing this. We'll solve the same question in center of mass frame. Okay. So I'll right away jump into the solution. In ground frame, if we observe this one, let's say it is going with some velocity u bar, and final velocities of this one are v1 bar and v2 bar. So if I want initial velocity of center of mass, I'm just using center of mass velocity formula m1 u1 plus m2 u2 by m1 plus m2. So u1, as we have taken it as some u bar, and u2 bar is 0. I'm just writing it as 2 mu bar plus m0 bar. I kept this bar just to tell that this velocity is a null vector. So I got velocity of center of mass as 2 u bar by 3. And this one is not going to change. It's constant before collision, during collision, and after collision as well, as there is no external force acting on system of m and 2m combined. Okay, so this one is constant throughout the collision, and after collision also this value remains same. So that's what I have written here. Initial velocity of center of mass will be equal to final velocity of center of mass. Both in magnitude and direction the value is fixed. Now in center of mass frame, the net momentum will be 0. So first I'll show you the calculation, then I'll explain the diagram that I have drawn. So if I want momentum of 1, I can simply write it as momentum of 1 with respect to center of mass plus m1 into uc1. So if you're wondering where I got this formula from, so I'll just show you this. If you're writing momentum of 1 with respect to center of mass, I can write it as mass of 1 into velocity of 1 with respect to center of mass. So this one I can write it as m1 into v1 minus vcom. Okay. Now this m1 v1 is p1 minus m1 vcom. This is equal to p1 com. Okay, I took this term here. As a result we got this. Okay, so here we can prove that m1 com is m1 into u1 minus velocity of center of mass. Okay, so by simplifying this, just by taking LCM, we'll get m1 m2 by m1 plus m2 into u1 minus u2. m1 m2 by m1 plus m2 is called as reduced mass, which I'm taking it as mu, and u1 minus u2 is u relative. Okay, similarly you can get p of 2 with respect to center of mass as mu into velocity of 2 with respect to 1, and we know that 1 with respect to 2 will be exactly opposite to 2 with respect to 1. So by using that, I can tell that momentum of 1 with respect to center of mass will be exactly opposite of momentum of 2 with respect to center of mass. Okay, and magnitudes will be exactly equal. So that's why this one is before collision. Okay, they're just moving in opposite direction in center of mass frame with exactly same magnitude, such that net momentum becomes 0. And after collision, this one is moving in this way, this one is moving in this way in center of mass frame. So let's say this angle has some phi. So this also must be deviated by phi. Only then the net momentum will become 0. So in center of mass frame, collision looks very simple. This one moves in this way, this one moves in this way. Okay, and as this is elastic collision, initial momentum and final momentum magnitudes also will be equal, as there is no energy loss. So initial magnitude of momentum is equal to final magnitude of momentum. So now if I want to go back to ground frame, I'll use this relation again. Momentum of 1 with respect to center of mass, if I want to write, I'll just write it as mass of 1 into velocity of 1 with respect to center of mass. And velocity of 1 with respect to center of mass I have just written in this way. And m1 v1 is nothing but final momentum of the first object, okay, in ground frame. So this m1 vco impact after multiplying will take left side. Then we are left with this equation. Now we'll try to draw vector diagram for this. So this one is horizontal. So I'll write it as m1 vcom, and vcom is equal to ucom. If you remember, during collision, it's not going to change. And this one is something in this way. We don't know. And final momentum is like this. And final momentum is the direction in which object is moving in ground frame. Okay, and this is in COM frame, and we want to maximize this theta right over here. So for this, first we'll find what are these vectors in the given question. If I want to find magnitude of m1 vcom, it is m1 vcom value. M1 value is 2m, and center of mass velocity already we found it as 2u by 3. I'm just substituting magnitudes here. This is 4mu by 3. And final momentum with respect to center of mass, if you want to write, this one is not m here. This is mu times of v relative, and mu value is 2m into m by 2m plus m into relative velocity is u. So this is 2mu by 3. So this particular triangle I'm drawing with those values. Okay, this one is that m1 into velocity of center of mass, so which is 4mu by 3, and this is momentum with respect to center of mass frame, and this will be actual momentum direction or actual motion direction in ground frame. So I want this angle to be maximum, and this 2mu by 3 value is fixed, so it can be in any direction. If I take it here, this is theta. If I take it here, this is theta. So if you observe, when it is perfectly tangent, angle is the maximum possible one. Here, if let's say you took somewhere here at this location, now angle is less than this theta, and if you take somewhere here, now also it is less than theta. So the maximum possible angle is this. So we'll take sine theta max here. So if I take sine theta max, it is just opposite side by hypotenuse, which is sine theta max is 1 by 2. So theta max is pi by 6. Okay.